The broth for the onion soup, I use beef neck bones, chicken bones, and pork neck bones. I don't usually use chicken, but I had chicken, so I used it. Nothing wrong with that. We put it in a 350-degree oven for about 2 hours. Next, we take 4 onions. I use 2 white and 2 yellow. You can use red, you can use Vidalia, it doesn't make any difference. I cut them in half, and then I put them in the processor on the blade setting, and the size of the blade is not that important, somewhere between 1/8 and 1/4 of an inch. We process them all, and then we put them in a pot with a cube of butter. And to make this easy, we just pop it in the oven along with our bones. And we use a heat source to cook 2 things. That's what we love about this sort of thing. After a couple of hours, as you can see, our bones are nice and caramelized. That's going to give us a very, very deep, rich stock for our onion soup. Now we're going to check on our onions. After a couple of hours, they're not even close. So we're going to put them back and leave them alone. In the meantime, we're going to start the stock for our onion soup. We take our bones, we put them in a large pot so that they only fill up about half of it, and then fill the rest up with water and put it on medium-high heat for probably 2 or 3 hours until we get the consistency and the taste that we like. All that stuff that's on the bottom is going to end up going in that pot because we're going to take the boiling water when it gets up there and decaramelize that. So as you can see, it's now boiling pretty well. We add our carrots and celery and onions, and we're pretty much done, except hurry up and wait. It's been 3 hours now with our onions, and we're starting to see some caramelization. A little darkness edge here and there, but it's not a big deal. We'll just incorporate them all together and give it about another hour. You know, you can stick around for about 3 hours over a hot stove and keep stirring this stuff like I used to do, or you can do this method, which is do it in the oven and let the oven do the work for you. And look what happens. It comes out exactly the same. Beautifully caramelized onions. And this will make an incredible onion soup. Now we add my secret ingredients, which are Mirin cooking wine, which is a sweet rice wine, and some balsamic vinegar. We use those instead of sugar because I would rather use anything that's sweet instead of sugar. We add our stock to our onions and we boil it for a little bit, and voila, we have absolutely beautiful, flavorful onion soup. A little salt, a little white pepper, you're home.